Thanks for joining us. First, your first reaction after the press conference. Technically, what Mr. Seshasayee has stated is till the board doesn't ask him to step down or till the board doesn't ask him to resign due to non-performance, he is not going to step down, and he has defended practically each and every move. He has also stated that in fact some of the independent directors' appointments were done at the behest of the founders. What is your first reaction?
See, the moot point is not about individuals, it is about the institution. Because when certain governance issues are raised and when sufficient answers are not given, then somebody has to take responsibility. And that is the chairman of the board has to take collective responsibility. That is why it said that. I looked at the press conference. I mean, some of the answers are very vague. For example, the Rajiv Bansal's payment, there is no subjectivity there. Every employment contract, I got 3 months of notice period, and he served that notice period, and there is no need for a generous severance package. So, some of the answers are very vague, but having said that, I think it is in the best interest for the board to effectively engage with the founders and address all the concerns and move on, rather than all this press conference and public statements.
Absolutely. Mr. Bala, also what they have indicated it that the legal firm which they had appointed was actually to improve the process of corporate governance, and there has been an indication that the board wants to de-escalate. They are willing to listen to the founders, but at least the current concerns which are raised by founders, they are practically currently, I won't say rejected, but at least ignored by the current board. What's your take on that?
No, that is not the right approach. I think they have to clearly engage with the founders, address all the concerns. They are also largest shareholders. I think that is a way forward. All these public statements will hurt the company because more they are going to explain, more questions are being raised. As I told you about the Rajiv severance package, I think they should stop this public spat and go and talk to them, address all the concerns and move on. That is the right approach.
Absolutely. Sir, last time when we spoke to you, you had clearly suggested that in the current situation, the best that Mr. Seshasayee can do is actually step down, appoint an interim chairman and have the processes improved. Are you disappointed that he didn't step down?
No, I am not saying he should step down or not. I made the statement because the communication channels are broken. And there, see, for example, this issue had been going on for the last 6 to 8 months. And still if they are not able to convince the founders, it shows something. So I think it's in the best interest if somebody takes responsibility and both collectively, if the communication channels are broken, get a new leadership, talk to the founders and settle it. That is the context.
Absolutely. Sir, in fact, throughout the press conference, and I quite agree with you, some of the answers were very vague, and clearly there was an attempt to deflect anything about the ethical and moral responsibility of the board or the chairman to speak about some of the issues which were raised by the founders. So to that extent, I think it has been a non-starter if at all there was an attempt to compromise, or if at all there was an attempt to come clean out of this.
See, my only suggestion is all these issues cannot be discussed in the public discourse. If the board has got convincing answers, I think they should meet with the large shareholder, that is founders, talk to them, convince them, and put an issue to close. And all this kind of press conference statement is not going to help.
Sir, so now what is the next step? As a co-founder, what do you think should be the next step? It could be in private domain and not necessarily in public domain like we saw in the House of Tatas. But what will be the next step? Because clearly today afternoon also Mr. Murthy indicated that his issues still remain because there was probably false reporting on some of the channels that Mr. Murthy has backed down and he has taken a U-turn. He has clearly rejected that.
No, the issue still remains because, as I said, some of the answers are very vague. I think they require a lot more explanation. But all I'm saying is public discourse is not the right thing. I think people should be more mature enough to talk to each other and discuss the issues and close it one for all.
Right. So last question to you. Two things and your reaction I need on that. One, you did mention about Rajiv Bansal's severance package. Are you convinced by the answer that was presented today by Mr. Seshasayee, and also the second suggestion or the step that the board has taken that all the expenses of CEO's office and CEO, including his travel and stay, will be verified and approved by the audit committee. Is it good enough?
No, see, the board needs to have oversight. It doesn't matter whether it's the audit committee or the board. Board has a responsibility to make sure that no excessive expense happens and everything happens within the norm. So that any board should do. It is a process they are following to get the audit committee. On Rajiv Bansal's payment, look, as I said earlier, he had voluntarily resigned. He had not been asked to. If you look at the press release, it clearly says he resigned. And there is a 3-month notice period in the contract, and he has served the notice period. So there is no need for any generous severance pay. I think that issue is still unanswered. The answer has been very vague. But having said that, I think they had to stop to engage with the founders effectively, convince them on all this, and move on. I think the public discourse is not the right.
Right. Mr. Bala, thanks for joining us, and thank you so much for your first reaction.
तो इन्फोसिस के अंदर जो भी हुआ उससे दो चीज़ तो समझ में आई। इन्वेस्टर और ट्रेडर्स को जो समझना था वो समझ लिया, लेकिन फॉर्मर सीएफओ वी बाला के बयान से अभी ये लग रहा है कि शायद अभी भी थोड़ी और प्रैक्टिस करनी होगी। इन्फोसिस को लेकर थोड़ा सा और पुख्ता बयान आने की ज़रूरत है। हाँ, लेकिन जो फाइनेंशियल रिपोर्ट कार्ड था, जो कंपनी की अपनी स्ट्रेटजी थी, गवर्नेंस का इशू था, वो बोर्ड ने अपनी तरफ से कल प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस करके पूरी तरह से रखा है। इस पर हम और भी आगे भी चर्चा करेंगे और आपको प्राइस डिस्कवरी भी बताएंगे कि क्या इन्फोसिस के प्राइस ठीक है या नहीं है। इसलिए 3 गेस्ट हमारे साथ जुड़ेंगे, उनसे हम समझेंगे। फंडामेंटल तौर पर हम मिस्टर सुब्रा से जानेंगे और साथ ही डेरिवेटिव पोजीशंस के हिसाब से हम समझेंगे सिद्धार्थ सिदानी से, और अविनाश से भी हम समझेंगे कि ओवरऑल इस समय इन्फोसिस के अंदर हमको करना क्या।